Hi everyone, I have a mobility flow for you today. You don't need any equipment. We're going to be doing a lot of it based in a cross-legged position though. So if this is uncomfortable for your hips, I would suggest sitting on a small pillow, okay? Something like this. So that is an option, but otherwise you don't need anything. We'll get a little movement of the spine, focusing on the shoulders a little bit, and then lots of love for the hips. So I want you to find that cross-legged position. We're going to start by reaching our arms out to a T. You're going to grow tall through the spine. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, I just want you to tilt, side bend over to the right. Fingertips are going to come to the mat. Now from here, we're going to take this top left hand, and on an exhale, we are going to rotate towards the floor, bringing the fingertips down. And then on an inhale, we're going to rotate open up towards the ceiling. Exhale, rotate it closed. Inhale, open. So the rotation is coming from our mid-spine. We're getting a nice opening through our mid-back when we're in this position. And then opening across the chest as we come into this little bit of extension. Let's go one more time. Inhale it open. Come through center tilted position. Now let's bring it up tall. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. On an exhale, I just want you to side bend over the left fingertips tented on the ground. Now on an exhale, we're going to take this top right hand. We're going to sweep it down, maybe fingertips tap the mat. And as we inhale, we're going to rotate up towards the ceiling, open through the chest. Nice opening across the shoulder blades as we twist. Oh, this feels so good. I know I do a version of this to start so many classes, but that's because it's my favorite. It just feels delicious for the spine, in my opinion. Let's do one more. Come through that center side bend, bring it up tall, and now we're going to bring the arms in front of us and we're going to bend the elbows so the palms face in towards each other. Now let's just check in on the cross of our ankles real quick. I want you to have, just so we're all on the same page, your right ankle in front of the left. So left is in closer to my crotch, right is out farther, okay? So we're on the same side. All right, now let's bring those elbows bent at 90, palms face in towards each other. We're going to do a little combo here. We're going to start by flying the arms open into a goalpost position. As you do, really focus on your shoulder blades retracting without flaring open through the rib cage. Now from here, holding this position, I want you to hinge forward. We're not rounding forward through the spine. We're maintaining neutral, maintaining our open chest, and we're hinging at the hips. So you may not get very far forward, and that's fine. Now when you've gotten to your furthest point, I want you to pause here, and let's reach the arms up overhead. Try to stay open through the chest, open through the chest. Now cactus those elbows, draw them back into goalpost. And then we're just going to sit it upright, and you're going to close those forearms in front of your face. Let's do it again. So we fly open, retract through the shoulder blades. We tilt it forward. Once you reach your farthest point, you reach the arms overhead. Think biceps by the ears, but they may not be that high. Maybe they're just down here. We bend the elbows, cactusing them back. We come up right through the torso, and we close the forearms again. So we're only tilting forward and reaching the arms as high as we can without flaring open through the front of our rib cage. We're going to do it one more time, and this time we are going to hold in the hinge position. So we open up through those forearms. We lean it forward, staying open through the chest, long through the spine. Reach the arms forward and now hold. Now keeping the arms straight from here, and you're in your hinge position, I want you to lower the arms down. They tap the floor in front of you, and then you just lift them up as high as you can without flaring open through the front of the rib cage and changing the shape of your spine. So a little lift and lower. Now if this is too intense, just do one arm at a time. So the other fingertips would stay on the floor, and you'd reach one arm up, and then the next. Otherwise, we're going both together, focusing on mobility through the shoulder joint. You're going to give me 3 more. This final time you lift those arms up, you're going to hold. You're going to cactus them, drawing them back. You're going to come upright. Now keep your arms in goalpost for this. We're going to switch the cross of our ankles without using our hands. So we're going to lean back a little bit. You're going to brace to the core. And now I want you to switch, bringing the left foot in front, right ankle in closer to your groin. And we're just going to repeat that exact same thing, okay? So from this open goalpost position, we hinge it forward. We reach the arms overhead. We cactus the arms, drawing them back. We come upright and we close the forearms in front of us. Keep going, you know the drill by now. We open, maintaining neutral spine. We hinge it forward, long spine, don't round. Reach the arms forward. Draw them back. Come upright. So repetition is important in mobility work because you'll notice as we go through the reps, hopefully the movement gets, maybe easier isn't the wrong word, but you feel a little more mobile. It's nicer going through the range of motion. I know that I can already tell it's a lot easier for me to keep my arms lifted high when they extend forward. So this time when you reach those arms forward, we hold the arms straight. Mine are so much higher than they were those first few reps. And from here, we're going to lower the arms down, fingertips tap the floor, and we're going to lift them back up. Lowering and lifting, and again, you have that option to keep one hand on the floor and just lift one arm at a time, alternating side to side. Stay open through the chest. It's a hinge from the hips. We're not rounding the spine forward. Give me 3 more. Next time you reach those arms up, hold them lifted. Bend the elbows to goalpost. Come upright through the torso. Keep your arms where they are. You're going to brace to the core on an exhale. And we're going to switch the ankles. So bring your right ankle back in front, left and closer to your groin. And then from here, we can reach the arms forward. We're going to move on, shifting the focus a little more into hips. We're going to start by rising up onto our knees. So I want you to start to rock forward. And from here, you're going to fire through the glutes. You're going to come upright, getting as open through the front of your hips as possible. You may still be in a little bit of a hinge. Everyone's going to be different. That's fine. We're just coming up as high as you personally can. That should feel really nice across here. Now we're going to send our hips back, returning that cross-legged position. And this is where things get a little funky, a little fun. You're going to start to go over to the left as you take your right leg and lift it up and start to swing it behind you. Now picture you're doing a push-up. You're going to plant your hands about shoulders distance apart, bending at the elbows, lowering your chest towards the floor, getting this nice extension through the front of that right hip. And now from here, we're just going to reverse it. So you're going to push off of the floor as you bend your right knee, return to the cross-legged position. The right is always going to come in front of left. Left stays right where it is. And let's rise back up. So we're just going to keep going through this combo. We come up, we sit it down, we start to twist over the left, hands plant, right leg swings back nice and straight. Maybe nose even taps the mat. We do that little push up back. As we bend through the knee, returning to our cross-legged position. Let's do that twice more. Lift that right leg to a hover, swing it behind you, open through the chest, lower towards the mat. So we're actually going to do it twice more from here because the second one is going to be a little different. So this is the last time as we know it. So this final time, instead of bringing hands to the mat, we're going to bring forearms to the mat, kind of like we're coming into a forearm plank. This right leg will be straight and at a hover. So instead of hands down, I want you to plant your forearms down. Now from this position, I'm just going to have to scoot forward so I have room. Make sure you're open through the front of this right hip, and I just want you to bend the right knee. Where you're bracing through the core, press the mat away. We're stable through the shoulders. We're going to do internal to external rotation. So I want you to internally rotate, tap that right knee to the floor. And then externally rotate, tap your right toes to the floor. So it's just knee, toes, rotating within that right hip joint. It's the leg moving within the hip joint. It's not the hip bones moving. So your pelvis is staying still. As we just rotate, rotate. So we're going to build off of this rotation up next. We'll do internal rotation the same. It'll be knee, taps, floor. But then we're going to push off our bottom left hand. We'll keep the left hand down. We'll lift the left elbow up to be clear. And we're going to bring our right hand to tap the inside of our right foot as we do the external rotation. So let's do that. So I want you to bring right knee to floor. And now as you externally rotate, we're going to lift our left elbow and we're going to bring right hand to the inside of that foot. So we're externally rotated and lifted. And then we're just going to rotate back. Knee taps floor behind the left foot. So really reach it back and down. And then we come up. I love adding lots of rotation into mobility classes. Feels so good. You're gonna give me 3 more. And on the final one, we'll just come all the way back up to a cross-legged position. Last breath as we've been doing. And then this time when you come up, I want you to totally push off that left hand. We're gonna come all the way back up to our cross-legged position, and we're just gonna switch the cross, and I want you to take your left ankle in front of the right, and I'm just gonna scoot down here so I have a little more space, I think. No, need room for my legs. Hopefully this will work. Okay, so arms reach forward. We're gonna start with our rising up swinging combo, okay? So we start to shift forward, you come onto your knees, you fire through the glutes, nice opening through the front of the hips, they're in this externally rotated position. We slide the hips back. And now from here, our hands are gonna go to the right as we swing the left leg back. Think push-up, so hands plant, lower down, nose towards the mat. We press off the floor, left crosses in front of right, we're in our cross-legged position, and we come back up. So the right leg is staying in position. It's this left that is free to come up and swing behind us. And I know some of these combos are funky. If you mess anything up, just look to me, do the mirror image of me, hop back into the combo whenever you're ready. Going through this twice more. On the second one, we'll do forearms down instead of hands down. Last time. And this time, when we twist our chest to the floor, you're going to come onto your forearms like a forearm plank instead of hands like a push-up. So we bring forearms down, elbows under shoulders. We're open through the left hip flexors. Now from here, just bend the left leg. I like pointed through the ankle, and we're going to find that rotation. So knee taps floor, foot taps floor. We're stable through the core. So think of lifting away from the floor, not sinking down towards it. Isolating the movement, left thigh rotating within left hip joint. And if you aren't able to tap your knee all the way to the floor, that's fine, okay? Just rotate it down towards it. Maybe it taps, maybe it doesn't. Everyone's working with a different range of motion. That is absolutely fine. So you know where we're heading next after this. We'll still do knee to floor, but then as we open up the knee and come into external rotation, we will lift our right elbow off the floor, left hand will come to inside of left foot. In 3, 2, 1, let's do it. So knee to floor, and then as you externally rotate, you come up, tap inside of ankle, and return. Knee taps floor, hand taps ankle. And when you bring knee to floor, bring it behind the right foot. So sweep it back so that we're open here. You're going to give me 4 more. On the 4th one, we come all the way up. Last time, we'll come all the way to a cross-legged position. Press all the way off that right hand. Come to a comfortable cross-legged position. And we're going to wrap up this quick mobility flow here. So I'm going to bring one hand to each knee. We're going to do a little cat-cow. As you inhale, chest is going to open up, gaze shifts up. As you exhale, kind of hang off your knees as you round back, using the knees and the arms as leverage. Inhale, extension. Exhale, flexion. Twice more, and then we're just going to wrap up with a moment of stillness. Last time. From here, I want you to stack the spine up to neutral. Eyes can be closed if that's comfortable, or you can have them open. Palms can be down on the knees or flipped up. And let's just take a few breaths here in stillness. when you're ready, you can open your eyes. I hope you're feeling good after that quick mobility flow, and I'll see you next time.